Hi, my name is Jonathan Fisher, and this is my wife, Haleigh Fisher, and we wanted to come and talk to you guys today about being a joy and a burden. Most of the time, we can think of ourselves as both, and so this is a difficult concept to understand and conceptualize, but we're going to talk about some practical examples here in a little bit.
Yeah, so I actually like to use the word cost instead of burden, like that it costs us to be in a relationship with someone, that it costs us time, it costs us commitments, it might cost us something that we like in order to serve and to love and to enjoy that person. I think a good practical example of that would be children. Like that children are a joy, but they're also in a sense of burden, or that they cost you something. They cost you sleep, they cost you time, they cost you money, but it's not like you're begrudgingly giving those things. You want to give those things and you want to sacrifice those things.
Yeah. One of the most perfect examples of this is we find this in the Bible with Jesus. Whenever Jesus was on the cross, that was something that cost him. And so we were a burden in that moment to Jesus. And so we have to understand that. But at the exact same time, we were a joy. Jesus went to the cross and it was a joy for the joy that was set before him. Mm-hmm. And so understanding that we were both and can be both to Jesus helps us understand how we can be both to our spouse. And then also that our spouse can be both to us. So whenever you're frustrated with something that your spouse has done or said, what you can understand fundamentally is that, yes, that is a quote-unquote cost to you. It might have costed your joy or your happiness in that moment, but is your spouse also a joy? And if you can think about that, that's very helpful in conceptualizing your love for them.
And so then I think some practical examples of how you can put this into action would be learning to tell each other that you're a joy to each other. And so, when your spouse is feeling really down because they feel like that they've let you down or that you're having to sacrifice for them, letting them know and just affirming to them that it's a joy to serve them and to love them and to sacrifice for them. And then when you're talking to yourself on a practical level, also talking to yourself and reminding yourself that you're both a burden and a joy, and that order is very important because our brain and our mind tends to dwell on the last thing we tell ourselves. So telling ourselves that we're a burden and a joy in that order, so that we end on that idea that we're a joy to our spouse, so that we don't live out of that place of feeling and believing we're a burden.
So practice this with each other. Talk to each other about being both a burden and joy whenever one of you is feeling that. Communicate that, hey, you are a burden, but you are a joy at the same time. And that helps to put things into perspective as well as to put things in reality for y'all as a couple. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.